Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly, I guess we'll be your family Witcher Master? I've already forgotten. It's been so long since we played this, I've forgotten what we are calling the Game Master in this game.
I'm going to say Game Master. It's probably Game Master.
I think it's Game Master, but that's boring. We can always come up with something better than that. Yeah. So,
Chief Witcher?
Lodge Master? Witcher. Yeah, I don't know. But with me today we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign, playing our Talsorian's very cool The Witcher RPG. And with me, we are playing through, I should say, the first adventure out of their Book of Tales thing. All my covers are backwards because, I don't know, that's the way they're printed. So the first one we're playing is Underneath the Ice. And, I mean, I've given away a little bit of a spoiler by what's on the screen right now, but if you are intending on playing Underneath the Ice at some point, this session will contain spoilers, so definitely check back another time, or if you don't care about spoilers, well, let me introduce you to the stars of our Underneath the Ice The Witcher campaign. I'll go the order I've got you on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing? First up, we've got Robert.
Hi, I'm Robert. I'm playing Gravak Asran, a dwarf from the Northlands who happens to, he's just a dwarf from the Northlands who happens to be a doctor.
Very nice. Next up is Sean.
Hey, I'm playing Werzium, the Witcher. He is from the Viper School, dual wielding, and I feel like we're right at a good little cusp of having established like relationships between the characters a little bit.
Yep.
And kind of know our character just enough, like not a lot, but got our toes wet.
Yep, agreed. You may get your toes a lot wetter after tonight's session or today's session. So, and last but certainly not least is Will.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm playing Sindai. He's an elf mage.
Very nice. All right. So then, guys, what has happened? It has been, at the time of recording, about a month since we played last. Since I had my vacation. But what happened last time?
Let's see. So we had our things all came to a head. We were, let's see. Names are going to be tough. The name of the town, our village. Does it have a name? It has a name, right?
I don't know if this has a name. It's just
it's very small.
Yeah, ice fishing like Thorpe.
Yeah. It's so small. We were, let's see, guys. We were there. I think we started in the basement actually. We brought there's approximately. We'd started started some of the. We went down there with the inhabitants. We were there and then came back with the two chief. I mean, we didn't know protagonists or antagonists at the moment.
It was Yongar.
Here we go.
And Henrik. Yongar was the father of the young boy who's being held by the sorceresses, and Hildy was the daughter of Henrik. The town, as we can see, I'll move my giant toad here. There we go. And you can see in the village what you guys found after arriving here to deal with the threat, which you were told was a warg. You found that one of the residences had been burned to the ground, and still, when you touched it, there was a supernatural quality to it because it still felt hot in spite of the snow covering the the entire place. And in the basement is where you found the scene of what appeared to be a murder, or at least I should say a quartet of murders. After investigation, you guys did uncover a prime suspect. And do you remember who that was?
Let me see here. Was it Henrik?
I mean, it was Henrik, right?
It was Henrik.
Because Yongar, it became pretty clear that Yongar was surprised. Didn't, and Henrik was very defensive.
Refused to even come over to work.
Right. And then he went stomping off, which was fateful because then he kind of got away from us a little bit and grabbed Hildy, and which set the tone for the rest, because then he stomped off across the ice unfortunately.
Yes. So our heroes we ended last session with a desperate race across the ice to try and get to him before the creature did. And unfortunately, it did manage to burst its way up from the ice. And it had... he is quite badly injured right now, where he had been chomped on. He's been gnawed upon. Dave would appreciate that 13th Warrior reference. But then he did manage to pull himself out at the last round, and then we ended the session with it turning to Werzium's turn. So, unless there's anything else we need to add, I think we can jump right in. There is a giant ice toad monster demon thing that is desperate to chew on something.
Now, Hildy and Selena went running off, right? That was their...
What Sindaith had used his magic to kind of like fish her up and over, and then Selena took the Hildy's hand and began kind of running across the ice. I think James, who is on vacation right now, James, we hope you were enjoying your vacation, planned ahead so his character would be absent.
Oh, that's right. He knew. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Then we now have this thing up and above the ice and looking quite angry. It has tried to hit each of you with its claws, or at least Werzium and Selena. And it has just lost Henrik, who is sprawled out on the ice and bleeding quite badly. Easily, it can fit 2 targets within that massive maw. You've in fact heard that it ate 3 ice workers before it disappeared beneath the ice. So, Werzium, you are up next. What would you like to do?
And let's see. So, and what is the spacing approximately?
So
is
you
it right
are within,
on?
You're like engaged with it.
Okay.
Henrik is on the ice on the ground, bleeding out, from a bunch of puncture and no doubt broken bones. Sindaith is, I think, 18 meters away, and then Gravek, you're like, I think 50 back. You're like back near the edge of the
50.
Yeah, near the shore. Whatever the I think short range for your crossbow is.
Yeah, actually, it was medium range.
Oh, is it medium range? Okay.
I hate to.
Yeah, right, because this game does a strange math thing where it's like half of it is the short range and double of it is your medium range. And yeah.
I think I'm like 60 away, if I recall, close to the...
60? Okay. Yeah, your little legs couldn't quite carry you out there. I did watch part of the session. We spent 10 minutes looking at, like, why is Gravik so small, so short, so slow? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, then...
do we know if he has any swords drawn? Do we have any weapons out, do you think?
I believe you drew your swords. Yeah, I think you got one sword out, and you've got your... Because you had... you were talking about using signs.
Yeah,
so, and I
think I'll do that.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to test out its fire vulnerability. I think we'll start with a little bit of that.
Yep, okay. So then, let's see here. So the signs... Oh, and one thing that you corrected me on too, Sean, was that there's actually two saves with the signs, right?
Let's see.
Let's see here.
Yes. Well, I think they always call inferred is a magic roll that is a little easy to miss if you just read the rules straight up. They don't mention it much, if I recall, as much as you'd think.
Let's see here. Priest invocations. For those listening at home, again, this is our first campaign playing this game, so we're also kind of getting used to it.
The first one back in a month, so...
Yeah.
Let's see.
Although I'm running Champions on Fridays now, too, so I'll always have a more complicated endurance system, the session before, so this will seem simple by comparison.
Right.
That's hexes. Where are signs?
Okay.
Are signs the first thing?
So signs are page 114, Witcher signs.
114, okay, thank you very much. Perfect. Yeah. All right, so here, let's see. Defense is dodge or block for Igni. So, and then that means that you will, your casting of it is the attack roll, and then they resist it with either dodge or block.
All right.
Okay, so, let's see here. I've got my official Witcher dice out here.
Oh, nice.
I'm not leaving you guys hanging here. Not rolling any Starfinder dice here.
Right.
All right. Let's see. Okay, so then this thing will, cause you get 1 free defense, don't you? And then you start paying.
That sounds familiar. I think you're correct, sir.
Okay. And then you have to start paying endurance.
Stamina.
Stamina for it.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. And this cost me stamina, right? Let's see.
Yeah, more than 1 defense. Yeah.
Yes, it does. Every 2 points of additional stamina you spend. And this folds into a little bit. Let's see. Bringing this back into my professional skills. I just bought. I just spent those last XP to get a little bit of magical source professional skill, which potentially affects your vigor.
Nice, which means you can put more juice into your spells. That's cool.
Yep. So for every 2 points a Witcher has in magical source, they gain 1 point of vigor threshold. I have 3, so at least 1.
Okay. And then
1.
what is your vigor threshold right now?
My vigor threshold now, I believe it's 2. I think it's that kind of, sort of modest Witcher.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Well, you're no mage, so.
Right, exactly. Where is vigor? Not finding it, but I think it's 2.
Yeah, vigor starts at 2 actually. So for a Witcher,
good.
so it'll be 3 then.
Okay, 3.
Okay.
So putting 3 in there. I have plenty of stamina.
Okay.
So let's see.
So it'll be 3d6.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and make your magic, and I think you can use your Witcher training. I know Witcher training is quite versatile. Does it count for spellcasting as well?
I'm going to say no, but it's a worthy question. Let's see.
Oh, it's only for monster lore. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
And and in terrain, in hostile environment or terrain, it can actually be pulled into, but not casting.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget about that one. Okay, so casting magic then.
Go.
All right. Extra action.
You can choose that afterwards and spend the extra.
Oh, okay, because it's asking me. That's why it brings up a box.
Oh yeah, right. Because no, you're absolutely right. Because there's a -3 you get if you're taking the extra action. Oh no, that's only if it is the extra action. Extra action doesn't apply to all the actions you take that round.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay.
Target location. I remember there's something big here. I'm gonna go.
I think this one is a cone, so you can't target a location with it.
Okay, good. I was just about to say yes, because we're not at point blank, right?
You're effectively at point blank, but I mean, even then, it's an area spell, so you can't target a specific.
At point blank range, when used at point blank, Igni can be aimed at body locations.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So you could do that if you like.
I think I'm going to go body.
Okay.
I remember that there's a thing in there because it's ×1 with the body where you can get half with a limb, and there's a pretty good chance of getting a limb. So I'm going to go torso, and here we go.
Okay. 19 I need to beat. Okay, so, and then this thing's dodge base is a 14, and I rolled an 8. I got a 22. So this thing is so quick. It you begin weaving your thing, and then there's this blast of fire. But this huge thing seems to have surged to the side, smashing more ice as it does, and you miss, or your spell does not connect. Now, do you want to spend stamina, take an extra action?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Hell yeah.
Can I do the same thing or no?
I think you can. You got -3 to it though.
Yep. I can. So we'll go with the.
I think let's take a look at extra action. I don't think there's any restriction on that.
Right.
But let's see here. There we go. Yeah, it's just one extra action, full stop. Let's see what it's about.
Yeah, no, just the defensive action that goes into that one.
Yep, so you're free to go. So 3 stamina, take the extra action, and then you can try again. So I'll have to spend 1 stamina to take an extra defensive action.
So it's 3 for the extra action and 3 for the spell, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. All right, can't do that too often, but we're going to give that a shot. All right. Here it comes. Extra action, I see. Yeah, that's just asking if this is an extra action.
Yeah, so then you would put yes, because it's a -3 to this one.
I'm going to go random because I'm not even going to take the -1 on this.
Okay.
Here it goes. Oh boy, that's not very good.
I need to fumble in order to not dodge this thing, and I got a 3. So I did only get a 17 this time on my dodge, but yeah. All right, so 2 gouts of fire. This thing is
flames everywhere, except I can't quite get it yet.
Flailing away. All right, then it is Sindaith.
All right. Let's see. How did move? Move was kind of a minor action, or is
move is
separate?
always you can always move and then take an action as well. Let's see here.
Yeah, so I'm going to close to within 12 meters so I can cast my spell.
Yeah, that's only 6 meters that you need to move then.
Yep, I'm going to cast Anya, which is the ball of fire.
Ooh, nice.
So let's see here. I think, is that the button that does everything? Let's see.
Okay.
No, that's not, okay.
Okay, nice.
I couldn't remember.
So throw pure ball of fire. Okay, so I need a spellcasting roll from you then, please.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that did the...
That's awesome. That's a great display, though. Wow.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Yeah. Okay, so and I need to spend another stamina for this dodge. 19, okay. So I have 14 plus 8 again. Fuck. So this, we'll send another fireball at this thing, splashes kind of to the side once again, and the fire explodes, splintering some of the ice in the background. Did you want to try a second action?
Let's see here. That costs how much stamina for a second action?
3 for the next action. And then it's -3 to the roll for whatever you're doing, taking that with your action. You guys do have, remember, your luck has refreshed for the session, so you can spend that.
Yeah, I was just going to...
And that can be a reroll, right?
In this game, it can only be spent before the roll to augment it.
To augment it. How does it augment? Just by one
for one basis, it adds to your roll.
Okay, I couldn't remember. Yeah, I'm going to hold off this time.
Okay. All right, then it is this thing's turn. Was not happy with all the chomping. So first thing it'll do is it is going to try and snag Henrik once again. Could someone give me a 1d10 plus 4 roll, please? For Henrik. And you need to beat a, let's see here, 24. So that's a critical. This thing's tongue lashes out. Now, oh Jesus! I'm trying to open my DM screen here. And critical wounds. I beat defense by 7. Bonus damage is 3. All right, so this is doing 5 plus 3. 12, 17, 26. All right, so this thing crunches down on Henrik. Blood spews out of his face. And it then pulls him inside. He is unconscious, so he is not able to resist it. Henrik is in the belly of the beast now. Then we have 2 claws and we have 1 Witcher. So Witcher, do you wish to defend against the first claw?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. I will take the hit. Wait, what? No.
Yeah, good answer. Good answer.
All right. Oh shit. It's a 10. It's a 10.
What page is the defenses on? There's a page, right?
Yes, there is. So
let's see.
I rolled a 39 for my attack.
Wow.
Yeah. Defenses are on page. Hold on here. Page 163. In-depth combat.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Actually, the defense, sorry, you're 164. One page over from that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you could dodge. By making a dodge roll, you can block with your weapon, shield, or even yourself. You can parry at -3, but the benefit there is it makes the target staggered, which, throws them off balance. And staggered gives them -2 to hit and defense. So what are you thinking?
I am thinking, let's see here. What is my better? I'm gonna try. I guess I'll try to parry. That's my usual.
Okay. Parry is harder for you. Remember, parry is the one that gets -3.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is I'm better at that skill.
Oh, okay.
So you can just take block attack through weapon. I mean, I guess block would use it too.
It just would potentially damage the sword.
Potentially damage the sword, right? I'll. It looks pretty deadly. I'll go with parry. I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay. So, just if you want to spend any luck, I rolled a 39.
I'm trying to think if it'll make any difference. That's so high that's
every 7 points I beat you by bumps up the severity of the critical by 1. So the more you can get closer to that number, every 7 points you get closer to it is a less severe critical hit.
Okay. All right. Then I guess I'll just blow it all then. I'll spend the 7.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And
come on, exploding dice.
And I guess I should block then. I don't know how. I was determining how meta I should be about it. Since
be as meta that my perspective at least is when you have tactical combat rules that are this complex and allow those kinds of decisions. It's intent. It's not being meta, just playing the game that they've written, right?
Okay.
So
yeah.
It's like your character knows instinctively, right?
Exactly.
This is going to be bad, so I need to really,
Yep. I'll block. I'll block, and I spent 7 on it. And let's see if it gives me a spot to stick that 7 into. I don't think it did. It did not.
Did not?
So 26.
26, nice. So that means I only beat it by 13, which is actually, so that's only by 7. So you've reduced the critical hit by 1.
Okay.
So that, and this is the classic, like, it would have been a completely lethal thing, but you got your block up in time, and it's like, and cut you in a minor way instead. So I did get a critical hit on you.
Yep.
So let me roll that. First critical hit of the game, guys.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yay.
And the crowd went wild.
Yeah, the GM is far more delighted than
Right.
You guys, the first one.
You all have played with me long enough now to know my love of using a new table. So if I get to use a new table here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so hold on. You beat... I actually got a complex crit because I beat it by 12. So the damage you take first off is the claws only 4 plus 5. So you are taking 12, 17, 21, 26 points of damage. Make sure to apply your armor to that.
Okay, 26.
And then the critical is an 8. Cracked ribs.
Okay, there you go.
The blow cracks your ribs, making it painful to breathe and exert strength. Take -2 body. It does not affect health points. So maybe just keep that in mind. Don't change it because the character sheet automatically calculates your health points. Health points is your red bar. So how much armor do you have?
I was just trying to track that down, and this would be like the midsection, right?
Yes.
So torso kind of thing.
Yeah. It's
armor.
like 12, isn't it? I thought it was because you've got that. What do you call it?
Not entirely clear. Oh, I think it's 8 in that location.
torso.
I got a bigger helmet, but torso I think is 8.
Okay.
So 26 points, so 18, right?
18 points of damage, yeah.
All right.
And then you've got a cracked rib, so you're going to be at -2 body, but it does not affect hit point or health points. Is there a place on? So you're going to put your red bar down by 18, I guess. Is there a place on the character sheet to put critical hits?
I don't remember.
Let's see. So not there. Maybe under. Oh, there's not. Let's see here. Target locations, skills, modifiers. No. So I wonder. Let's just what if we change your current body down to a 7? What happens to your health points?
You mean armor or?
I know your body.
My body. Oh.
Actually, doesn't let you change the current.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What? Do you, so I should.
Well, just I think unless let's take a one last pass here.
How does it read again? What do I actually?
-2 to your body, but it doesn't affect your health points.
I see. I was hearing it differently. It means the stat, right?
Yeah, your body.
Yeah.
So the body stat is down by 2 right now.
Interesting.
But that does not affect your health points. All right, so that is 1 hit. And then it'll be hit. Now it's second claw. Do you want to spend stamina, take a second defense?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think your body plays into this whatsoever. So, all right, now let's see. Stop rolling 10s, Madison. This time it's only an 18 you need to avoid.
Okay. And let's see, the cost for a second one is
1.
Okay, that's not too bad. All right.
It's a fire sale.
Seriously. Can't afford not to do that. All right. And then we're going to block again.
Yep. 18. Come on. Oh, nice.
just sliding out of the way.
So then they've changed the nomenclature for it to whatever the hit points are of your sword, you've taken 2 points to your sword now. Then
2 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah, so you don't take any damage whatsoever. Just the damage, 1 point of damage to your sword. I'm going to spend 3 stamina because the monster's got stamina. Take a second action, which will be a whole new round of attacks. So the bite first. Werzium, you want to defend against his bite?
Sure.
Okay. I got -3 on this time, so it'll be 1 more stamina for you. It's 18 once again to defend.
All right. Let's see.
Come on, big money. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, nice. Comes in, you bash your sword into its nose to keep it at a distance. It has 2 more claws. You want to defend again?
Sure.
Okay, so 1 more stamina. This is terrible. 17 you need to beat.
Okay. All right.
Or alternatively, just let it swallow you so that it can't attack you anymore, then attack it from the inside.
And that's plan C. We're going to wait for that one. That might happen, but...
The final claw. If you want to defend against this, 1 more stamina. And this is only a 16. It seems like it's running out of steam here.
Okay.
But I think that's a total of... nice, well done. So that's a total of 5 points of damage to your sword over the course of this 1 round. Okay, but then it is the end of the round. Greyback, you're up next.
He's going to try another crossbow bolt. He hopes he can get through that hide.
Okay.
Quick question, Kev. If he aimed at the mouth, he saw how that thing just shattered on the thing. He's thinking, okay, if I aim at the mouth, effectively aiming at the head.
Yep.
Is the the armor is still going to be the same, right?
No, definitely not. No,
okay.
If you're shooting for a vulnerable area, the game, like with hit location rules and stuff like that, this is where the game sort of models the like vital locations in the video game.
Yep. As far as I could tell, probably the only vulnerable spot would likely be that mouth or the eyes. So probably the head. All right, he's going to do that, and
then it's medium range. So you're going to take -2 to your roll.
Oh, sorry. Can he move up first? He can move and then do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to move up.
I think he's only going to move a 4, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, so he's not actually going to get close enough within that range. So it'll still be medium range.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. It's 4. I was thinking 20, but that was my last character.
Okay.
Another game.
So I'm going to have to spend... Oh, this will be his first defense for the round.
Yep.
I think actually he's not going to bother defending. You haven't hurt him so far, so...
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Where's the... I'm trying to remember what this is. It's under gear?
It, I believe, is on the right side of the first screen, isn't it?
Right side of the first.
Let's see here.
Quick roll buttons. There we go. Yep. Dagger, crossbow.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Okay. All right. So... Oh, that didn't roll the attack, though, for some reason.
It just tells you what it is. No, I have to press the...
The skill first? Is that right, guys? Are you using the skills to make the attack rolls?
Yeah, and sometimes it pops up underneath the skill that there's like a basic and advanced or something.
Yep.
So you got to make sure you click on that to actually get it to roll.
Yep, so it's a basic roll. And no... Let's see, the modifier for this is -2.
-2.
-2. Oops.
Oh, and then it'll prompt you for a hit location. So just enter the.
Oops, nope, it didn't do that. Maybe you can't do it with.
With the head. No, just because the sheet isn't automated properly doesn't mean you can't do it. So the hit to target the head is, let's see here.
The doctor is pretty.
Head is -6.
So 14.
So that's a 14. At medium range, the target DC is a 20 when there's no defense. Okay. So that is, but you're getting closer though. So it kind of hits. All right, then it is back to Werzium. What are you doing, Werzium?
I will. I'll attack with. I guess how does it work to draw? I mean, I have one weapon out.
One thing I'll mention, you have something called a recovery action. Taking your turn to catch your breath, you gain back an amount of stamina equal to your recovery stat.
Okay.
You're still well off. Like you're over half, so you're sitting pretty for.
I'm more worried about HP than I am stamina at this point, but yes.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Good mention though. And I have one weapon out, right? How does it work to draw the other?
I'll let you do that for free.
Okay. So I'm going to attack. I'll attack with the swords.
Okay.
I have the Witcher's. I guess the Witcher sword, the two Witcher swords. So the Witcher and the silver, because we never really determined. Did we ever determine?
You haven't determined. This thing does seem. Why don't you give us here? Let's give us a Witcher lore check.
Okay. Yeah.
See how you do on that.
Right. Okay.
Now that you face this thing and seen it moving around. 17. It is more often either like lycanthropic cursed things or more ethereal creatures where you bring silver into bear. This seems distinctly. Based on your cracked ribs, this is a fairly corporeal thing, and you may just be suffice with your regular sword, the steel sword, and your whatever your offhand. Yeah,
it's a tough one for the Vura head cavalry. I think that's maybe pronounced.
Nice.
All right, I'll draw those two, and I'm going to do a dual
Okay.
A joint attack, I think is the name of it.
And then
it might be my first joint attack.
This is, yeah. First time we're seeing the Viper School in action here.
Yeah.
And your benefit from this, I think you don't take the penalty of 2-weapon fighting with a second weapon, right?
I'm pretty sure you are correct that is the.
Let's see.
No penalties for dual welding. You are correct.
Beautiful.
I don't know. Yeah.
So then let's just check out 2-weapon fighting here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I think it's a sidebar, if I remember. Those tricky sidebars.
Seriously.
Okay, in-depth fighting. Here we go. Dual wielding. Here we go. Page 163. Dual wielding allows you to make joint attacks with 2 weapons you hold. The joint attack replaces the fast or strong strike. When making a joint attack, roll 2 attacks with a -3 to both of them. I think we can, so you don't suffer that penalty, so you just make 2 attacks full stop.
Yep.
Your opponent must have 2 weapons if they want to block or parry both attacks. If they can't, they must dodge or reposition to escape the second attack. Nice. So I'm gonna, so go ahead for your first attack roll. And I'll roll the saves in chat. That's more interesting than me just telling you guys what I roll.
Ooh, target location. I'm going to go for the torso.
Okay. Do you take a penalty when you're trying to hit the torso?
-1.
That's not a big difference, yeah.
Yeah, see, it's a nice trade-off because it's -1, but, if you hit a leg, it could be half damage. So, for -1.
What? But if you're targeting the torso, then you're targeting the torso. That's where it'll hit, right?
But I mean, for a cost of only -1 for the to hit.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
you negate the chance of half damage to a leg.
Got it.
Yep. Got it. It's kind of the bargain. It's a little bit of a bargain move right there. It's asking me all at once. Second attack location because I did the joint attack.
Yeah.
We'll stick with the torso.
Okay,
here they come.
All right, first.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Trading that crit off for a crit. All right, so then
Wow, 2 10s involved.
Beautiful. All right, so
Witcher's pissed. His sword's damaged. He's got some bite marks.
Okay, so my first dodge is a 1d10. I don't know if this will work actually. It did work. So I failed, but not a critical hit. So go ahead and roll damage from that first one.
Okay.
Come on, big money. Nice.
Not great.
It's a little. It's not bad, and it's armor piercing.
Oh yeah.
Right. Which now, armor piercing works kind of strange in this because there's a difference between resistance and a difference between when you're having your armor. So this thing. Where is it here? I was reading it. Here we go. Yeah, damage resistant, armor piercing, negate the damage resistance of any armor they hit. Improved armor piercing has the stopping power of the armor. So, because certain things take half damage from hits. Yeah, it's a weird way of. I think honestly, it's a carryover of the design in Hero System, because Hero System you can have armor piercing, and then people can have durable armor, which ignores the first level of armor piercing. But then you can buy double armor piercing, which gets through resistant armor in Hero. And what they've done is just renamed it and incorporated it into here by way of interlock. I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's that is a hit. The long and short of it is that hits, and it gets through its armor, and it means, look at this, boom, first blood.
Go. First blood.
All right, then I need to spend a stamina to take a second action. This one will be, its reposition is awful. Its dodge is quite good. It'll dodge again. So, do the same thing. And this time rolling into 24. You hit again. Go ahead and roll damage.
Sweet. All right.
Come on, big money.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Nice. Really nice. All right. So check this out. Here we go. Boom.
Yeah.
2.
Take that.
Now, do you wish to spend stamina, take another action?
I do. We got to get it done here. You can't just go in 10 rounds with a giant creature. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
What's the bleed effect?
Bleed effect is there is a 25% chance of him bleeding. Okay. So you can roll a percentile.
Okay.
Nice.
Not quite.
No bleed effect. Okay. And that's the same thing. We should if Sendaith's fireball had hit, there's a chance of it catching it on fire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yep. All right.
What was it doing?
Then, so this will be second attacks, so it'll be -3, and it costs you 3 endurance to do this, or 3 stamina.
Yep. Paid that. I'm doing the same thing. Joint attack.
Oh.
Extra action,
I'm going to take my stamina off because I'm going to defend against this. There we go. Big money. Come on.
Hang on a sec. I'm going through my question list here. And good day.
Filing your taxes for every attack.
Seriously.
Although Will's used to this with the AD&D 2nd edition cheat we use.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's nice to have it taken care of. Like, it leads you through it.
Absolutely, yeah. Take some of the heavy lifting off. Come on.
Oh, brutal.
Oh, no.
Wow.
So I need to fumble to avoid that first one, but let's see what happens. Because that can happen. So I dodged the first one, or this monster dodges the first one. And then the second one. Now, hold on. No, the dodges are not penalized. So those follow-up attacks, you got a little too eager with them. You were off balance and just did not manage to connect with them. Yeah. All right, then it is Sendaith's turn.
Yeah.
Anna's rooting for you, though, if you can hear.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go ahead and cast Anya again.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend 3 luck.
Nice. Okay.
On the roll.
Okay.
Hopefully that will help a little bit.
Okay, I need to spend another stamina to get the F out of the way here. So let's see here.
I wonder if I want to put the 3 in that additional mods, because it adds just 1 for 1 to the skill roll. Let's see if that works.
27, beautiful. Yeah. Let's see. Hit! Click on the spell effect again.
So Anya is basically a ball of fire. So, Sendaith.
So going. It says click on the spell effect because that way it'll roll damage for you.
Ah, shit. Crap damage.
Okay. However.
There's a 75% chance of catching on fire.
Yes, and that fire seems quite effective as it hits this thing. Go ahead and roll percentile chance.
That's what I was going to say. You want me to roll the percentile?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Yeah, let's see if it catches on fire.
There we go.
Boom!
Oh.
Okay. You may drive it below the surface again. Now, let's check out here. I will say the DM screen for this is fucking awesome. Like, super nice. Hard and sturdy, really cool looking, thematic stuff on it, and it's got everything you would want on the inside. Really well done screen.
Nice.
And it has rules for halflings in the little booklet that comes with it.
Huh.
I mean, the amount of emails I got from you guys saying, "Kev, can I play a halfling in the Witcher RPG?"
Right.
Well, let me tell you guys, we got this covered.
We had to do a roll off.
I know. All right, so let's hear. Fire. You're engulfed with fire. 5 points of damage to every body location. Armor soaks the damage, but fire does 1 point of damage to armor and weapons each turn. To put out the fire, you must take a turn to either pour water on yourself or stop, drop, and roll. So 5 points of damage to this motherfucker next round.
Nice.
All right. That's only 1. You could spend 3 stamina, take another action if you like.
Okay, let me calculate my loss for that. So that's 28, yeah. I'm trying to decide if I want to spend the luck again. Yeah, I'm kind of like what Warzium is saying. Let's go ahead and just burn the luck.
Fuck yeah.
I'm going to spend another 3 there.
Okay, so it's and then another 3 stamina, take another action, and then because it's the second action, it'll be -3 to your spell casting. So
basically, that's a wash.
Yeah, so it's a wash, exactly. Go ahead, make your spellcasting roll.
Submit.
Nice. Really well done. Holy smokes. There you go. Boom.
There you
Hit
go.
again. Go ahead and roll damage.
Come on, give me the damage, damn it.
Can you
Big
catch
money.
on fire twice? 10 points per round?
Can't be more burning,
Okay.
unfortunately. However,
Okay.
that is a solid hit. Look at that.
Nice.
The impact of this thing hitting, it roars out, and you can see the grisly remains of Hendrik inside. Then that is the end of Sin Dice round. So it'll be another 5 stamina for the spell. It is this thing's turn. It did not care for that round. So it first is going to have to spend movement to plunge beneath the water to put itself out. I will do the damage to it, just D&D style at the start of the round. So it burns a little bit more first, and then it plunges underneath the water, putting the thing out. It moves along. What is its movement? Sindaith, you're 10 meters away?
That sounds about right. I'm in the 12-meter category, so yeah.
If you're in 12, I will say 12, because if it can't move 12, I'm not going to let it get to you without trying. All right, and where are you? Speed. Okay, I did need to look up one quick thing here, because I don't know how monsters are supposed to calculate their speed. If we're supposed to use the normal chart, or if there's something else I need to do here. Let's see. Monsters are people too, guys.
Absolutely.
A literal header
I don't think so.
Oh, here we go. Stun, run, leap. Okay, hold on. It's on the... There it is. It's on the fucking table, Madison. Come on. All right, so unfortunately, I'm not... what I'm able to do is get it beneath the surface, and you guys can see the massive, bulky form of this moves up to, like, just beneath Sindaith, and it looks like... Or Sindaith, and it looks like it's going to crash up and try and attack him next round. Gravak, what are you doing?
So he no longer has a target. He's going to run with let him move 8.
Okay.
And so he's going to get... He's basically going closer to Sindaith.
Okay.
And that should get him within short range for the next round.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Where's Ian? You're up next. What are you doing?
So it's beneath the ice still, right?
It is back beneath the ice again, yeah.
Well, then I guess I will do a... maybe I'll do a recovery.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. If you have it on the top of your mind, Kevin, tell me again what's
just equal to your recovery. What's your recovery stat? Add that back to your stamina.
Okay, cool.
The
Recovery's
only
8.
other thing, Sean, real quick, just as a reminder for tactical, is that you can hold your action.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yep.
Okay. So you're catching your breath. Then it is now. I don't know. Let's just quickly see if you can move at all during that as well. It's a full round action.
Okay.
Okay. So then it is Sindaith's turn. What are you doing, Sindaith?
So yeah, I think this thing's under the ice looking for me. I think I need to move.
Okay.
So trying to think what would be best. Let's go ahead and move. Let's go ahead and move an additional 6 meters back from it.
Okay.
Let's do that. I think that's safe.
Okay.
Is
That your? Do you have to run in order to move that fast, or
I don't think so.
is that just your regular movement?
That's a good question. Where is my move, Will?
So run is equal to your speed times 3. So regular move is equal to your speed in meters.
So 7 meters is what I can move for my speed.
Nice.
So
you elves are fat, quick on your feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have an action you want to do as well?
Now, could I do like could I do like something like Warzone did to recover stamina?
You couldn't move if you did that. Those are full round
that's
actions.
What I thought, but I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, barring... let me check to see if I've got a spell that might restore anything. No.
You know what? Hold on.
No.
In one round, you have enough time to move a distance equal to your speed and perform one action. I'm just trying to see if the full round actions are the exception. Full round action must be the exception to that you cannot move. It doesn't... I don't see it expressly say that, but it's implied, because otherwise you could move and then you could also run, which would not make sense.
Right.
So you could move back. You can't take a recovery action, but you could do something else.
Yeah,
initiate verbal combat.
Oh yes, let us.
What am I supposed to use, man? Harsh words.
Especially when it's below the water.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm. Yeah, I think I'm good.
You good? Okay. And I'm just quickly looking up how readying works. Do you have a page reference there, Robert?
You mean holding action?
Holding actions, okay, yeah.
That was...
Oh, here we go. Yeah, page 153. Sidebar, baby. You can choose to act later by holding the action. If you choose to hold your action, the initiative order continues as normal, but you can jump in and act before someone further down the initiative order. If you hold your action until the very end of the round, you must either use your turn or sacrifice it. You can't hold your action and choose to act at the beginning of the next round.
Yeah, and it looks like the initiative order still stays the same, even if you...
Yeah, you just are faster in the round. So, Sindai, did you want to hold an action at all? This thing is slower than you are.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That's probably not a bad idea.
Okay, so this thing will then move forward and burst out of the ice. Yeah, and then it's only going to be able to make one attack at -3 here. So this will come up. What was your held action?
It was going to be to move again.
Okay. I don't think, because moving's not an action.
Okay.
Right?
Fine.
So I think that you can't do that. But do you have something else in mind?
Yeah, then the held action will be to cast the spell at him again.
Sure, go right ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be definitely, if I can't move, I'm definitely going to try and hit him again.
Okay, and there we go.
Hit him again.
Yeah, I gotta say, the first time we tried this game, we had a fuck of a time making characters because this was with a previous version with the errata. So we were a little leery going in. It was a fight with a boss monster that sold me on this game, and I was like, I really want to run this in an ongoing game. So I'm really enjoying this fight.
Yeah.
This is your part, brother.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. So it needs to try and dodge this. No, and a critical hit.
Oh.
So
what is that? 7? 7 is the magic number.
7 is the magic number. 7, then 10, then 13, then 16, nice. I believe. So that is a hit. So first roll damage. And that's +3 damage. So 17 damage. Hits it square in the middle. Yes. Give us a percentile roll. We'll see if it catches fire, and then we'll roll a critical hit.
Oh yeah.
Efficient.
Nah, just barely. All right.
Yeah.
So you do not fuck around with fire. And then, do I have critical hit tables on my DM screen? I don't think so. I do not. Nope. That is okay. I wouldn't expect him to waste that real estate on the screen with so much other great stuff on there. So, would you give us a 2d6 roll, please, Will? This is a simple crit you're doing on this one. Nice, 8. Same thing. Oh, no! Foreign object. The blow lodged a piece of clothing or armor in the wound, causing an infection. So, you basically, I think, like, one of the, like, those spiky bits that you see on its side, when you hit, it actually drove it inside this thing. I mean, an infection is probably not doing anything immediately.
But in a few weeks, this.
Oh man, is it going to get a fever in a couple of weeks?
That's right.
At least we know if it kills us, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It will not be
That's
happy.
right.
It's going to have a
right.
sore tum-tum later.
Yes.
Nicely
You will
done.
rue the day.
All right.
That's right.
Then, however, Sindaith, it lands, and I have a bunch of attacks on you. So first off, it's bite. Would you like to defend against this? Sindaith?
Trick question.
I'm thinking. Probably better.
Yeah. So first one is free, doesn't cost you any stamina. And what you, let's see here, let me tell you what you need to beat here. You can dodge by using your dodge roll. You can reposition using athletics. You can block using one of your skills, but your thing takes 1 point of damage, or you can parry at -3 to your roll and then throw this thing off balance, potentially giving it -2 to hit, -2 to defenses.
I'm going to have to use, I think, block. Wait a minute. Yeah, block, right?
Block,
That's
okay.
better than parry.
All right. Yeah, block is easier than parry. All right.
Yep.
So you need to beat an 18.
Ooh.
Go ahead. Do you have any luck left?
No.
Ugh. All right, here we go. Nice!
Oh.
Awesome. So your staff takes 1 point of damage from the block.
Okay.
As this thing's jaws clamp down on it. I then have a next attack, a claw. You want to defend against this? You don't take any penalties to the roll. It just costs you 1 more point of stamina.
Okay.
Okay.
The proper answer is yes.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think the answer is yes.
So this time you need to beat a 23.
Oh, shit. I don't even know if I can beat a 23.
Well, it's exploding dice.
That's what, a 10, yeah. The 10 explodes,
Yeah.
so.
Let's see.
Fair point.
Block. There it is. Come on. Yeah, I think I basically have to get a 10.
Okay, come on.
No matter what.
But also remember, like, the better you do as well, the less serious the impact is too,
less
right?
serious.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so there's always value in trying to make a roll. So you reduce your stamina by 1. 13, I rolled a 23, so I beat it by 10, which means we scored a critical hit. That's a complex critical hit, so plus 5 damage. Ooh, Sindaith, you take, let's see here, that's 12, you take 14, 19 points of damage. If you've got stopping power from your armor, make sure to subtract that. And then I'm going to roll your critical hit. 9. Ruptured spleen. A tear in your spleen begins bleeding profusely, making you woozy. Make a stun save every 5 rounds, and you are bleeding.
Wonderful.
So, bleeding. What bleeding does
Oh my goodness.
is 2 points of damage each round until the bleeding is stopped. You can end the bleeding either by casting a healing spell on it or with making a successful first aid check at DC 15, which takes 1 action. So that's rakes across. It hits you in the spleen, and then the second claw is coming down on you. I'm going to assume you're going to want to defend, so go ahead and take 1 more stamina off. And
Yeah.
you need to beat my 19.
19. That's almost as bad.
Come on. You go. We did it before. Let's get that staff up. Anna's here. She believes in you.
Yeah.
Yes! Beautiful!
Wow.
You batter that claw aside. Now, because I charged, that's the only action I can take this round. Doctor, your turn. What are you doing?
Well, he's within short range, so he's gonna shoot again. He wishes he'd gotten some of those fire arrows now, but he didn't have them. Firebolts. I think I originally had them on his sheet, but realized I couldn't afford them. I wanted something else.
Okay. So the DC is going to be 15. This thing's not defending against you, so just roll against a DC 15. Don't apply any penalty.
Don't apply any penalty. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at the gear just to see if there was a button for that specifically, but yeah, we'll just do the crossbow basic roll.
There we go.
No penalty.
No, just enough. Now, unfortunately, that does not count or does not mean a, what do you call it, any hit location. So this is a random hit location.
Yep.
And I can't remember, do we reverse it to figure out what the hit location is? Or is that Warhammer? That's probably Warhammer.
That sounds like Warhammer.
Yeah, hit location.
We actually roll it.
Yeah, Warhammer's the one that's reversed. Go ahead and give us a percentile roll. No, a D10 roll. Sorry, D10 roll. Let's see here. 9. Left limb, so it'll be half damage. Go ahead and roll your damage for your crossbow.
That's under the actual crossbow.
Come on.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find where the actual...
Oh, sorry, yeah, that wasn't ordering. That was cheering for you.
Yeah.
And does the crossbow have any qualities on it?
No.
Slow reload.
Yeah, slow reload.
And you get yourself a Monster Hunter's crossbow, which has armor piercing.
Yep.
As opposed to the casual crossbow.
Yep, so 9 points.
Well, do I have the recreational one or the professional crossbow?
Yeah.
You can click on your damage.
But I rolled it to 2d6 plus 2.
Okay,
So
just use the button from now on, just because it's that way we know precisely what you're rolling for, and that's
is that the second?
There you go. All right, see, that's better. So, and
Yeah.
I apply the half after armor, so that is 5. So it's 2 points of damage. I think the one, Gravek, the one that tore out or into Sindai's spleen, it comes back and then you hit it with your crossbow and it shakes its paw.
Yeah.
Is that it for you, Gravek? Are you going to spend stamina to reload?
I realized that I hadn't done this correctly, so I'm going to spend another. I'm going to spend stamina just to reload the crossbow.
Okay, sounds good. So it'll be 3, and then it is Werzium's turn. What are you doing, Werzium?
How far away am I?
This thing's only about 6 meters away from you.
Okay, so I can get there.
No, sorry, no, it's not. It's 18 meters away because it's. Sindaith was 12 away. He moved 6 further back, so 18 meters away right now.
Okay, so what are my? Let's see. So I would need to get there.
Yeah, if it's more than your speed, what you could do is charge as a special attack. Yeah, on 163.
I was checking that out.
Strike suffer a single. The strike suffers a -3 to hit, but if the attack is blocked, you can make a physique check against the opponent's physique roll to knock the target prone. That is super cool.
I think that's my option here. Yep. So we'll do that.
Okay, so you race forward. You got it. And go ahead. So I think the way we'll rule this is that you're only making a single attack because it doesn't replace. Okay, so go ahead. And
okay,
I'm going to make my
aiming for the torso.
Okay.
I don't think that's affected by the charge. Okay.
Okay. So, and then it'll be minus.
Here it comes.
Come on, big money.
Yeah.
21. All right, so here we go. And the dodge roll is.
Oh,
nice!
Yeah.
Solid hit.
There we go.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. And is this?
Come on.
Is it your cavalry sword, or did you use your Witcher sword?
I used this one. That's correct.
That's correct. Okay.
Now, what's the strong? Does it double it, or what is it? What is
no? You don't get the benefit of strong with a charge. You still take the -3 to hit from it, but the benefit is you get to run pretty far.
Gotcha.
Yeah, basically, like if you're taking the option you always have in your round is attack twice and do minimal damage, or attack once and do a shit ton of damage, was strong strike. And then what the charge is a variant of the strong attack that instead of doing extra damage, you just get to move a lot further.
Okay.
And potentially knock the person down if you hit it. All right, so you race forward and slash with that sword. Give us a percentile roll with bleed.
Okay.
Okay, so he's not bleeding. He's on fire, though, so there is that.
Is it still on fire even though it came out from the water? Is it?
He's been set on fire twice now.
Nice.
As he came out, Sindaith hit him.
Oh, that's right.
With another one.
Well done.
Okay, I'm just double checking here.
Do we need to make any rolls, Kevin, about fighting on the ice? Are we good with that?
I think for now we're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like we you can if you'd like, but
just want to be.
Yeah. Schedule with threshold. Let's see here. I'm just quickly checking here. Here. All right. Okay. I'm trying to find a reference to what happens when you're out of health points. I can't remember if you die automatically or if you start taking critical hits.
That's in the combat chapter towards the end.
Yeah, I'm just looking through here.
Let's see if I can
Again, like I've been reading a lot of Warhammer because I listened to those Gotrek and Felix books while I was on vacation. So my head is all cluttered up with 2 editions of Warhammer Fantasy in addition to this.
When you have been knocked below 0 health points, you are put into death state. That's on page 162 in my book.
Awesome. Okay, thank you very much.
Top second column.
Yep. In death state, your stats all fall to 1/3 normal, and you must make a death save at the same value as your unmodified stun save. Okay. What is the stun for him? Ooh, he's got a huge stun, though. Each round, you make another death save at a cumulative -1. This thing is tough as all get out. Every time you're injured in the death save, you must make another death save at a cumulative -1. That which is helpful because it's on fire currently, which means on its turn, it's going to take another death save. So, all that said, here we go. This is down to 0 right now with your hit. Now, you could spend 3 stamina, take another 1 to force some immediate death saves. So I made my first one.
Yeah, I'll take a second action.
Okay. This is cool, actually. So this thing's got a death save or a death save of 10. I can actually use a D10 to count it down. As you guys hit it more and more, it'll make the which would be pretty fun in person if you were setting out the dice and slowly ticking it down.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So where is
back to join action, second action here.
Okay. So you'll be -3, but it's taking a, let's see here, -6 to its dodge because of its death state. Now and again, now you can choose to attack with both weapons if you like.
Yep, that's what
I'm doing. Oh, that's what you're doing? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm just going through the questionnaire here.
HR, would you like you to fill this out for oh, well, hold on, but its stats are pretty affected by this death state. First dodge, miss.
Oh,
let
my
me roll
goodness.
Death save number 2. I succeeded, but we'll tick it down once again. Boom. Okay. And the second dodge failed with a crit, so I'll actually make 2 death saves. Succeeded on that one, but it ticks down. And then next one. Succeeded, but it ticks down. All right. So this thing is bashed and bleeding. Sindaith, what are you doing?
Should I make damage rolls? What do you, or does
no, because I'm just gonna damage doesn't really matter at this point. I did is because you got a critical hit and you got a hit, I made 2 death saves for it.
Gotcha.
And that might not be right according to the rules, but who cares?
Yeah. Okay.
You know? Like 10% or not, like 25% of the session has been us looking up the rules. So I'll look that one up after the session. Sindaith, first off, you take 2 points of damage from bleeding.
That's me.
Yep, Sindaith, because you got your spleen.
Yep. Yeah. Ow, my liver. So let's go ahead and do this.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try.
Okay, so click on your spell casting.
Target location random. Oh yeah, now I've got the map. All the questions like Sean had. It was like 18 billion. Yes.
Oh gosh, I was going to send a verification to your phone for your attack. Make sure you hit with a crit once again. Beautiful. So I get 2 death saves with this one. made that one, but it ticks down once again. This is a really cool mechanic with the death saves. And fucking makes it again. Oh my god. But I've ticked down. His death save is now a 4.
It's like the shark in Jaws at the end.
Yeah.
On fire.
Exactly. Bruce, go down. Now, you could choose to spend 3 stamina to take another action if you like.
I don't think so. My stamina's getting kind of low.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous about taking any more actions.
So here we go. This thing. So first, on its turn, I need to make a death save from the fire damage it takes because it's on fire. I failed.
Oh.
It slumps forward, burning, and then its body slowly begins going back. If you want to, Werzium, you're... and actually, Gravek, both of you be like, no! Because there are alchemical components in that body, in all likelihood.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to do?
Yeah, I'll try. Yeah, he's definitely. I mean, he's a little pissed that he kind of wanted to slice this thing and get, in some weird witcher way.
I was hoping to do 1 point with a crossbow bolt and that cause it to die.
Yeah.
I got it.
So then, with this thing slumping down, Werzi, why don't you just give us an athletics check, please, to try and stop this thing from going down.
Gravik's running, the stubby little legs. He's still far away.
Yeah. Don't let it go down. There you go. All right. So you managed to stop it and pull it out. So let's see here. I think we can stop the heart attack inducing song.
I never even heard.
All right. So you pull this thing upwards here. So Sindaith, did you take your 2 points of damage on your turn?
We did that right at the beginning, actually.
Okay. So I don't remember seeing your... I thought you were at 28 hit points before, though. Did you add... Weren't you at 26 a moment ago? I think you might be adding hit points to yourself instead of subtracting.
No, surely I didn't do that. I thought it was... Let's see. When did I take 15 points of damage?
Because you took 24 points of damage, didn't you, before? Or something like that?
Yeah, let me think. Okay, so
you were hit only the one time with the claw. I don't remember how much damage that did. It's fine. Doesn't matter. We'll give Gravek a chance to do first aid on you if you like.
That's what I was fixing to say. Murder.
And Werzium also has an untreated critical hit too.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So to stabilize these, let's see here, Doctor. First, to stop the bleeding. That will be. Let's see here.
In my case, I do my healing wounds.
Yeah, it's your whatchamacallit. What is it? What's the doctor's healing hands, right?
Healing hands, yeah.
Healing hands, yeah. Okay, hold on here. I'm just trying to see. So I'm interested to see what the difficulty for stopping bleeding is.
Oh, he also has 1 skill point in the surgeon, which assess any critical wounds the subject has and learn how many health points it has left. This also gives a +2 to hit damage checks.
What is that? Sorry, Robert, I can't hear you actually.
Oh, sorry. So he has 1 point in the doctor skill tree for the surgeon.
Okay.
And so that means...
For diagnose, you mean?
Yeah, you can roll diagnose. If they succeed, they assess any critical wounds the subject has, learns how many health points it has left. This also gives a +2 to any healing hands checks to heal those wounds.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
let's set the difficulty at... I mean, it's treated as if it's 1... The difficulty is like a critical effect 1 lower, because otherwise they're just making you make the same roll in order to get a +2 to it.
Okay.
So let's do this here. So then your difficulty here to stabilize here. So for I think both of you took complex crits. So it's a DC 12 to diagnose, Gravek?
Yep.
Who would you like to treat first? Sindaith is the one who's bleeding out.
Yeah, I think Sindaith. So there's that.
Okay,
Lots.
Give us a surgeon roll. 12, yeah, it's a success. So +2 on your. Well, also, it's not the surgeon roll, it's diagnose is the skill.
Right, it's diagnose. I'm changing it in that.
Yeah.
But it's still, it's the same thing. I
is it? Okay.
The surgeon, yeah, it's supposed to be diagnosed.
Okay. So then, go ahead and roll your healing hands, please. Yeah, this is DC 14, you get +2 to the roll.
Oh, I guess
You put one too many pluses in.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll again. You don't need to put a plus in, just put the number. And in roll 20, always, there you go, look at that, holy smokes. So you're no longer bleeding and your wound is stabilized. So with the ruptured spleen, you have -2 to your stun right now, Sindaith, until you're fully healed.
Okay.
And then for Wurzium's ribs, diagnosed another 12.
Yep.
So let's see here. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, perfect. And then it showed up as diagnosed this time. And then give us a healing hands at +2. Yep. Beautiful. So you were at -1 body from your broken. No. You got only cracked ribs, not broken. So you're at -10 to your encumbrance until this is fully healed.
Instead of the body?
Instead of the body, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the sheet might be a little off on that, the mechanic of it, because you can change your maximum, but I can't figure out how to change the current.
Yeah, I don't know why.
There's something a little off.
I think the only thing it automatically calculates is when your wound levels get to a certain point. Because you remember when you first create the character and you don't have your current wound points up, it gives you a weird score on it.
Okay.
So I think
my encumbrance is down 10, you say?
Encumbrance is down 10, yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, graphics bedside manner probably leaves a little bit to be desired. He basically says, right as he's doing this, he says, "This is going to hurt a lot," and doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, he believes letting you know what's going to happen.
Yep.
Okay, so Wurzium, what is your body?
Max body is 9. I had it at 7.
Okay.
And I just put it back up.
Yeah, so only one day. One day you'll be suffering from this cracked ribs stuff, and then you'll be fine.
Okay.
From the encumbrance bonus, and then we'll wait for. I can actually check on Will's sheet while he's gone here.
Now, interestingly, encumbrance I can't change. Let's see here, maybe on the sheet anyway.
Okay, and
interesting.
Let's see here.
Oh wait.
Where is body is an 8. His body's actually really quite good. So Sindaith will heal in 4 days. 4 days, his spleen injury will be gone, and he won't suffer that penalty any longer.
Oh wait, I may have found the secret.
Where is it?
So if you unlock it, to the right of the field is the padlock. So you open it.
Oh.
And then unintuitively you click on add. So I never clicked on add because it felt like it was adding a stat or something. And then you can add a modifier.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. So I think that's the key.
There we go. That is kind of a clunky way to do it, but
right. But whatever.
Whatever works. And so you add and modify. Yeah, okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, that looks right.
Let's see.
I think it might need.
Yeah, I just did it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so on the left, I think you just type in why the modifier exists, and on the right is the calculator.
Yeah.
I mean, you put in the number on the right.
Yeah, that's actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. Now,
cool.
hold on. So then, -2 stun. So let me see if I can do that for while he's gone here. We'll take our mid-session break in a moment here as well, now that you guys have...
I'm back. I just got back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cool. Sorry about that. Had to check on my wife.
So we discovered something here. If you go... So if you hover... I say we. Sean discovered something here. If you hover on the right side of your... of whatever stat you're looking at, there's a little padlock that shows up.
Yes.
You can click on that, and then you can add in temporary modifiers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the left side, you type in the pros of why it happened, or on the right, you type in the number.
Okay.
Of that little drop down, you know, where there's a check. Oh, and there's a checkbox too. That's kind of cool. So if it, so for some reason, if it temporarily goes away, I think you could uncheck it and just keep the modifier there. And just keep it handy.
So for your stun, if you want to add in a -2 stun, you'll suffer that for 4 days.
Okay.
I checked your body. Your body's an 8, so because of the complex critical, it's treated, but it will be 4 days until it fully goes away.
And that's for the stun, right?
Yep.
At -2.
Spleen. Yeah.
Do it.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. These sheets are so good.
They are. I kind of like the fact that it was unexpected that you can type in the pros to remind you how it happened. That's kind of cool. It's a nice little added little narrative flair there.
Definitely. Yeah, that's really fucking cool. Okay, so with this creature dead, let's talk about the best part of playing a Witcher, which is cutting apart the monster.
Yeah. Getting all slimy.
Yeah. Let's see what is in there. So this is... I'm trying to think if you need to make a roll to...
In the Witcher section, eh?
I don't think you do. So...
Where would this be?
Here's what you can loot from this. Oh, boy.
Oh, I think I might. What about mutagens on page 251?
Okay.
Witchers are is that the right? After killing a monster, a Witcher can roll Witcher training at a DC 16 to find the best part of define the part of the beast with the most mutagenic properties and cut it out. Page 251.
Yeah.
Top of the page. Is this what you had in mind? It's this, right?
Yeah, I'm just checking here. Yeah, that's awesome. So that'll be in addition to whatever's there. That is super fucking cool. Okay, so let's think here. This would be... let me take a look in Tome of Chaos, because I know I think they gave them new mutagens in here.
Ooh.
So let's see here.
Do you like that? What do you think of the book?
Love it. Really like it. Yeah, like it's. I haven't had a chance to. I knew we weren't back to The Witcher for a little bit, so I actually didn't take it with me on vacation.
Yeah.
Only because the Jeep was already loaded down enough with like a stupid amount of books that I did manage to get to all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many books did you bring?
A ridiculous amount. Like I brought all of my like 3 different 40K games. I didn't read every book, but like when you're doing game prep, you need to have that library with you. And I hate looking up shit in PDFs, so it was easier to spend an extra like 10 minutes loading the Jeep with a bunch of bankers boxes. And it, because of my day job, my house is full of bankers boxes, so it's easy. It's like boom, 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 load those suckers up.
Yep.
I say that I bought the 4-door Wrangler to accommodate the dog, but kind of also fits more books in there when I'm going on road trips. So
Right.
Let's see here. Mutagens. Here we go. 135 and 210. Yeah, I like the book. If for no other reason, it also it adds in more comprehensive rules for clerics and for druids. So, because those are sort of folded together into the priest class in the core book, and they've expanded that out. There's more cool background materials. Oh, neat ways of like modifying mutations. That's not what I want. Mutagens. Where's mutagens? Not creating monsters. That's for later in the campaign. I mean...
Yeah.
Yes, here, 135 and 210. All right. Let's see. The reason I'm looking is because if I have a... There we go. No, okay. All right. I have one last place to look here. Because what they often do is add the rules for mutagens for the new monsters. So I don't. Yeah, so if there is something in here, there is not. Is it at the back? Let's see here. New spells, new races, weapons. Guys, there's rules for ice skates again. All right, so I have officially exhausted my search here. I do not see any rules for a mutagen specifically relating to this. So, I have one more place I can look. That's the Witcher's Journal.
Ooh. Because
that has, let's just take a look at the back. If there's a cognate I can use here, I'd sooner do that to give you something unique than, there's tons of components. Oh, lots of new mutagens here. Hello, hello.
Boom. Should I make that Witcher training roll?
Yeah, so the Witcher training roll is, go ahead.
16, I
16,
think.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
All right, so you, nicely done. So you cut this thing out, and this will be in addition to the, what do you call it, to the materials, the components that you'll be able to cut off of this thing. What
Nice.
this is, so this is the Beast of Lake Tancred mutagen. It is a blue mutagen that gives you a +3 vigor threshold. So when you use this, +3 to your vigor threshold.
Okay.
And
that's a good one.
While it is active, the minor mutation is that you are always cold to the touch.
Cool.
Okay. It is a, let's see here. So you do need to make an alchemy check. After treating, consuming the mutagen, your body assimilates it and permanently gains all its effects. You can have 2 mutagens augmenting your body, and they cannot be removed.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so that'll give you +3 to your vigor threshold.
That's pretty strong.
That's pretty strong, but it's the alchemy DC is a 20. So you need to process that and then consume it if you want, and you'll always be icy to the touch.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
And it uses up your slot in essence.
One
right?
of 2 slots, yeah.
Interesting. That's pretty
badass.
Strong, though. That's a strong contender right there.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
+3 to vigor.
Then you also are able to pull off 12 essences of water and 1 Zoria runestone. So I'll put that in chat.
Yeah.
Essence of water, 1 Zoria runestone. That may be of more interest for our alchemical friend here.
Yeah.
So we'll assume that Selena got I can't remember her name already. Hildy off to the shore, leaving you guys panting on the lake here. This thing seems dead. You guys can all restore your stamina back to full, and then how do you heal back your hit points, your health points? Doctor, do you have any insight on that?
Yeah. All I remember is that if I do a healing hands, it helps people get 3 more.
Okay.
But
Healing on 173.
Okay. You naturally heal. You begin healing hit points naturally over time. If someone makes a DC 14 healing hands or first aid, they regain a number of hit points equal to the recovery stat per day of rest. Okay. That's awesome. I remember also really loving, after the fight we had, I remember reading about the, because the wounds, they're not trivial in it, because you take time and your critical hits have an impact, but they're not so death spirally that, your character's not playable any longer.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Greyback, you're injured as well, it looks like. Holy smokes. How did you get injured?
was the blue,
this is probably from the wolves, right? The red is your health points. Right, because you were hurt by the... Yeah.
Yeah, it was the wolf. Yeah, I remember the wolf attacked my head.
So do you want to give... so you weren't injured at all, so Werzium and Sindaith need healing hands rolls to stabilize or to start healing.
Yep.
DC 14.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Somehow my... Yeah, that is...
Wayne says, hurry up, man, the poor man's bleeding out.
Yeah.
There you go. And one more.
Nice.
You know what? I haven't since that one worked, I haven't used my luck yet. At least throw 3 onto that.
Okay.
So, just to make sure.
Okay. Very nice. All right. So both of you will start healing once you have an opportunity to catch your breath.
Yeah. And if healed with a healing hands check, you gain an extra 3 hit points per day.
Beautiful. So it'll be your recovery plus 3. That's
So
great.
we get some now? We get some,
No, once you rest.
No. Okay. Very good.
Yeah. Okay. So then, guys, what now there's no immediate first aid benefit you get from healing hands, is there?
No.
No. Okay. I can't remember. Does Sindaith have a healing spell?
No, I looked. I don't have any healing spells, Kev.
Okay.
Just making sure I don't have any equipment or any...
But I can make myself look stunning, so I'll leave a beautiful corpse.
Nice.
I think you're right, Kevin. I think that's...
Okay, so then, having faced that, Werzium needs 1 day rest for his critical wound to go away. Sindaith needs 4 days rest to have it go away. What happens? We can actually slow things down now. So with, Henrik is dead. The Beast of Lake Tancred is dead.
Bad news for Hildy.
Bad news for Hildy.
Gone.
Yep.
I guess we need to deal with Hildy for one thing. On our item list here to contact Yongar, and because he's the most likely person to take care of Hildy, I think.
Yeah.
So
I think we can assume that Selena brought Hildy over to Yongar.
Yeah.
So Yongar's taken her in and is trying to,
console her or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he will, I think he will offer to take care of her.
Yeah.
She was here. I'm not aware of any family. But, otherwise she's on her own, which probably rings fairly familiar to... Well, no, Selena's not an orphan. She just chose to leave her family, so...
She's rebellious.
Very rebellious. So what do you think? Are you guys satisfied with leaving her with him? Yongar says if you want to rest up before you head back, you're welcome to do so.
What's our impression of Yongar? Does Yongar seem does he seem like a good option to us for Hildy? Does he seem sincere and that he's willing to...
He's a father. He's of a boy, but
right.
He is a father, so this would not be the first. And Hildy, I think, probably doesn't want to leave. Yeah. Or at least that's her initial feeling.
And she knows Yongar, at least.
Yeah. Whereas Lord knows where she would go or who she'd be with.
The Witcher would make a poor, father figure.
If Selena was here, she would definitely agree with that.
Right. Sindaith, what shape are you in? Do you need to? Should we rest up from your opinion or?
Yeah.
Okay. So you needed. Yeah. You had, I believe, a week to deliver the ice back, and it was only a day's travel, right?
That sounds right.
So if you choose to take 4 days to rest up and then return, I would still leave you some leeway. You still have 2 days of cushion before the sorceresses are having their fancy party.
Okay. That sounds, we may leave, we could talk about leaving slightly earlier than that for a buffer, but let's take some time. Let's sit by the fire and...
what is everyone's recovery stat?
8.
Okay, so you gain 11 back per day. Where's he?
Oh, yeah.
11 hit points back. Greyback, what's your recovery?
Recovery is 5.
5? Okay, so you gain 8 back. Yeah, so it'll be fine as of tomorrow. And Sindaith, what is your recovery stat?
9.
Nice. You'll be gaining 12 back per day.
Cool.
So in 2 days' time, you'll have all your hit points back, and your stamina is all back as well for both Greyback and for Sindaith. And you would need another 2 days for your critical to go away. Wurzim, yours is gone.
Okay.
What are you guys doing in the time that you're here, apart from recovering?
I mean, part of it's probably, maybe if there's Youngar and Hildy and that whole situation, spending, I don't know what our contribution to that is, but whatever that might be, maybe a little bit, initially. Saying a few kind words about, a few invented kind words about her father at this point.
Okay.
Well, let's assume that he did it for his daughter. And
right. There you go. That's the right. Yeah, so it sounds like Gravik's going to do most of the talking on that one. I think Wurzium's not going to be quite as generous. So he'll be silent while Gravik is...
Okay. So then you can restore your stamina and your hit points or your health points up to full, guys, because you will have time to rest.
Cool.
And...
What about stamina, Kevin? How does it recover?
Full. You only remember you can just take a recovery action to gain your recovery stat back. So your stamina, like when you're out of combat, we can assume you have enough time to catch your breath.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's full up. All right. So reflecting on your fight with the and I guess in that time too, Greyback, you don't need quite as much time to recover. Is there anything you want to be crafting?
So I haven't quite realized how all this works. So he doesn't actually have any of the what do you call them?
Any of the formulae?
Any of the formulae. So yeah.
Okay.
So he's thinking about how he could possibly be making this stuff in the future.
Okay. Yeah.
So he had the guy go out just to do some busy work while we were all exploring around. He was like, I think I might need this someday. So go ahead and.
Okay, so you're circling, this might be a very Canadian reference, but you're circling the things in the Consumer's Distributor catalog for the holidays?
I did stuff like that, yeah.
Oh, is it in the States too? Okay, I wasn't sure that was just a Canadian...
There's something like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get these big catalogs of stuff. But,
yeah. So they're not around anymore, but it used to be those stores where they would you'd go walk up to the basically like the layaway thing. There's a big warehouse in the back. You give them the code, they'd go in the back, collect it for you, and then that's how you purchase the stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple of those in Erie, Pennsylvania. There were a couple of local stores that did that for us. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was a catalog you'd get at the beginning of or at a certain point in the year, and then around Christmas you'd circle all the codes you'd want is on your Christmas list.
Yep.
Okay, so then I think one thing that worries you, if you spend any time like reconnoitering just to keep things, you've got your medallion, there's no further the trembling that you felt or the presence you felt near the ruins gone now. So it appears that whatever the curse was or whatever it was that led to the emergence of the beast of Lake Tancred, it seems to have put to rest. In the time that you're working too, Yongar will go and cut the ice that was requested and get it all ready for travel. So you'll have your ice ready to go when you need it. You can still hear the wolves howling in the hills, so it's not going to be a threat-free trip back down.
Yeah.
But if there's nothing else you guys wish to do,
he's got some time to contemplate that mutagen. He's thinking about that.
Yeah, that's right. Do you want? And I think you can use Witcher training in lieu of alchemy, or do you need to learn alchemy as well?
I mean, I have alchemy.
So you must have to. Yeah, you can use. So it's a DC 20 to properly treat this.
Is it, and then is the downside that you you use up the material if you fail?
I believe so. Let's take a look at mutagens. What page is that again? The
251.
251. Okay, cool. All right, so when the Witcher decides to consume the mutagen, they must take 1 hour to process the mutagen and then consume it. You make an alchemy check against 20, made by the Witcher or another party member. After treating and consuming the mutagen, your body assimilates it, and then you gain the benefits. So I think the way we treat, there's the optional rules for using items. So if you fail the thing, you can make a second roll to avoid ruining the components. Mm-hmm. Normally, you get to only recover half of on a failed with a second roll. But I think what I'd say is that you would, if you make a second roll, you can try again at a later point. So what are you thinking?
I mean, I'm kind of thinking wait until I have some luck to give it a little boosty, a little boost. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Yeah, he feels like he's used up all his luck right now. You know, the Witcher on his battles.
It's a tough fight.
Yeah. That first like 2 failed fire attacks from the Witcher, and then having to make 5 consecutive defensive rolls. That was like, like what?
Oh, and against I rolled my dice exploded twice on the roll. So I mean, like that's where that 39 came from.
Which wasn't entirely, from our perspective. I'm like, if this is going to be every time, this is a questionable engagement right here. I mean, The Witcher wants to kill it, but
yeah. But it's cool that you can have those massive. One of the issues I've got with exploding dice in other games is that it just and now you're dead. There isn't that, and with this, I mean, you do take extra damage, and there's a crit that you're suffering, but it's not the well, you're done, consequence that comes with some exploding dice mechanics.
You have a chance to reconsider your life decisions.
Yeah, you pay a consequence like that. That crit was no joke, but your roll was really good on that as well. So, and I guess that's the other thing is your weapon. Sendaith has taken 1 or 2 hits to his staff, and you've taken Warzium 5 hits. Yeah.
So we got to get those repaired. That's something else on the list. I don't know. Can we do that? Is there some?
No, I don't think anyone's playing a.
Gotcha. Right.
Craftsman. Whatever that thing.
Graphic might have some.
I don't have any crafting. I'm 0.
Yeah, let's see here.
Because I think War automatically gets. No, I don't have it.
What's that, Robert? Sorry?
I don't have any crafting.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you guys could find someone in town to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
All right. So then, if there is nothing else, then you guys, it is just simply a matter of making your way back to town.
For a Fang Dragon.
Yeah. Oh man, using dragon in this are going to be awesome. Yeah. There are no sorceresses in the party, so you will not be invited to the High Mountain Society party. The trip back is uneventful.
Okay.
So arriving back, let me grab our tokens here.
This is complete cognitive dissonance here. It's like the trips back and 2 are usually the most dangerous parts of Kevin's, I guess.
We probably had some conversation with Yongar about his son, perhaps. To I don't know, fill him in to get him released. Blah blah blah. Right?
Oh, he says that he hasn't dealt with mages before, but I think Sendaith's insight with what's her name. He'll know that once she gets what she wants, she'll let the kid go. She may be holding him only to, was it Louisa? I think I got a hand up.
Are we, is the notion, I know he made his way on his own to get there. Are we confident that he can, return and on his own.
He will seem confident that he can do that, but I'll leave it to you guys. Okay. You did run into those, the wolves, warg and the dire wolves. Yeah. What do you think? Do you want to escort him back, or do you want to?
What do you guys think? Witcher's on the edge of being cold and heartless, and yet the village has been ransacked in essence for the moment. If he goes down, it would be a sad ending to that village if yet another blow to the. You know what? I think. Okay, so the Witcher goes back and forth on it internally, and he's thinking. Youngar agreed to take Hildy, so sort of in return for that, I think we should see his son back safely to the villages. The Witcher's a little irritated with himself of having to bother with this, but he thinks that's probably the right move.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Do you guys?
Graphic agrees. He's like, maybe he gives him that little nudge or something.
Sorry, Robert, you're really... okay. For those listening at home, the equalization is going to balance it out, but I can barely hear you.
Okay,
yeah, I'm the same.
So Graphic agrees.
Graphic agrees?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. How about Sindaith? Oh, you're muted. Well,
you're muted.
Yeah, I agree. I had muted it because they were mowing outside, so I was trying to keep it quiet.
Okay. All right. So you guys get back and you meet with Louisa. Now, I think you guys had negotiated a higher fee, didn't you?
Oh, wow.
Do you recall what it was?
Let me see here. Maybe.
Because the offer, I believe, was 50 byzants, which is equal to 4, each byzant is equal to 4 Redanian crowns.
Guarantee you James remembers.
Yeah, 50 byzants.
Let's go back up here. Maybe I missed it.
Let's see here. We'll scroll up. Maybe there's a negotiations
That's
rule.
what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Oh, I can't go back. Oh, view all chat entries. Here we go. Whoopsies.
Oh, have you never done that before? I do that all the time.
Oh, to go back and look. Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, go back and look at stuff and try and remember things that I might have done or might not have done.
Yeah, I've done that too.
There's lots of initiative rolls here. It's deceit roll. Awareness. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Go to the last roll. There's lots of... Here we go. Let's say some stat roll in here. Looking pretty good. Some test rolls.
Yeah.
Everything. Okay. Let's see here. Newer. Newer.
Okay, there's that.
Newer. Oh, I've used this for a bunch of games here.
Yeah, I found some of the old ones.
Yeah.
But I found our stuff, so I'm just going through it right now.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't have been long after character generation.
No. So here we go. I think it's on page 4 of it. Oh.
Okay.
No, that's not that one. Page 3. Hands, Anye, weapon name, education. So these are test rolls, it looks like.
Education.
Okay, there's torches involved. Does not look like anyone negotiated. Yeah, 200 crowns we've got down there. We're assuming, which is 50 byzants. So
that 200 crowns, that's it. Yep.
So then it'll be so 50 byzants or 200 crowns split 4 ways. So you guys get 25 crowns each. So that's your pay.
25. Okay.
25. All right. I think Louisa is now that she has the ice delivered and she's satisfied with this. She's still quite occupied with getting things busy. So she is, and I mean, I think your past experience with Louisa, Sindaitha, she is not one for, being shy with her opinion. She asks you in a pointed way that, you're not returning, once you drop the boy off, you're not returning back here, are you? That will be on the day of the celebration.
Yeah, we don't have any plans for that, I don't believe.
Worzium's going to be tempted to put in a sardonic remark of, we wish we could. We'd try if we could, but we can't possibly make it.
Shoots you a withering look.
And
then back to Sindaith. She says, well then, where will you go?
Well, it was back to that, the town we were at. I'm trying to remember where that was.
Yeah, that was... Ian, do I have a... Oh, yeah, here we go.
He had a map. I remember the map. I just don't remember the names.
Oh, yeah.
So we were up... let me move a map. There we go.
I believe you guys are in, Povis and Kovir.
Yeah, Kovir is what I was thinking.
Yeah. So I think Lan Exeter, I believe, is the one that's with all the universities and whatnot.
Yeah, that sounds correct. Yeah, I think that's where we were planning on returning to.
We got a little craftsmanship to pay for one thing.
Yeah.
Weapons.
Gravik now can afford a bunch of recipes
for stuff.
Yep. I'm just thinking about.
You have time to consider.
Maybe a little purchase too. Might have a little shopping. Maybe.
Okay.
Fresh cash.
Well, there is. Have you? And she sort of pulls you aside, Sindaith, when she has a moment, and she asks, "Have you seen any progress in locating her yet?"
No.
Well, we will have some new members joining as well. Things are busy with a new lodge, but if you have if there's anything we can do to assist. It seems to pain her to offer the assistance, but she still seems to have some fondness for you at the root of that snark.
I appreciate the offer, and if we make it back in this area, I will definitely take you up.
Then,
during these kinds of conversations, Worzium's going to be trying to chat up one of the other sorceresses if one caught his eye at all, if he thought he had a chance with her.
I think. What is his human perception?
And he is going to regale her with stories of beasts and creatures and monsters above the ice and below.
So I think there is the one that you try and talk to, who was...
Clarice or Katrin.
There's Clarice. However, Clarice seems more interested in talking to Gravek because they share an alchemical interest.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You may be like, I once defeated a warg. She's like, oh. Anyway, what were you saying about the properties of...
mutagens, I meant to say. Mutagens.
She has a +8 to her alchemy. Mm-hmm. That's still a ways off from 20. Hold on, that's extra skills. +8 to alchemy, and then she has otherwise... Where's the... Here we go. Mage. Not throwing books all over the place. That's actually the one I need. Alright. I want to see what her total bonus is. Because she's just better at it than what most mages are. She actually has 8 plus... it's actually a +15 total. What's your alchemy like, Ryback?
Alchemy is... Five.
5. Oh, well, what's your... It's intelligence, isn't it? Plus intelligence?
Oh, 5
Yeah,
intelligence is, so it would be 14 total.
14, okay. So 14 and a 15. Do you like either of those chances there, Worzium, or are you going to wait until you get some luck and roll it yourself?
Oh, I see.
So they could treat this here while, while you're here.
And so she's, what'd you say? She's a...
She's plus 15 total with her alchemy bonus, so you need a 5 or higher.
That's solid.
60% chance of successfully creating that mutagen.
I'll give her a shot at it.
Okay.
She's better than Gravik, you said, just now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give her a, and maybe we can connect over the, the whole...
Let me see if...
she can show me how she did it.
There is... let's see here. If working together gives any bonus. Let's see. Skills. Skill resolution. Here we go. Modifiers. Okay. Opposing, critical. I'm just seeing if there is like an aid another thing. I don't think there is. There doesn't seem to be, at least.
Okay.
In this game. So, it'll be 1d10 exclamation mark plus 15. Go ahead and give us a check there, Worzium.
All right. Okay. 1d10 plus 15.
Oh, exclamation mark goes after the d10. For
I'm
exploding?
using their dice roller. I think it'll do it automatically here.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
see. I set it up for exploding.
Okay.
See what happens here.
Come on.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, no,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, it was 20.
It's 20.
Oh, she fucked up my...
Now, she gets to make a second roll to see if she can salvage this.
Okay.
So go ahead and give us another roll. Exact same modifiers.
Okay.
Come on, 20 or higher. Come on.
There we go.
There you go. So someone else will have to try. She didn't ruin it, but she nearly did.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Maybe you want to wait for your luck.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah, I'll probably wait. Is there like a I think there's a seduction roll, isn't there? Is there a seduction roll in this game?
Well, it has to be an approach. I can tell you that neither of them will be inclined towards that. They're both,
okay.
All three of them are getting ready for the for this thing, so they don't really have time.
I mean, she almost screwed up my mutagen, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, the clumsy advances of a Witcher are not hard for trained sorceresses.
Clumsy, what? How many Witchers has she been with, damn it?
I
mean,
believe you spend
goodness.
most of your time around a teenage girl, so you may not be the most...
I've been around for years. Okay, yeah.
So with...
Yeah.
That conclusion, guys, we're a little bit early for the session, but I think that we've done everything we can do for this. So let's award some XP, and I believe that Will's stamina has been depleted by karaoke last night, so we can give him a chance to recover from that, and we can figure out what you guys want to do next. The let's see here, for XP for today, that's right at the beginning, isn't it? Where is it here? All right. Where are you? Okay. Let's leveling up. Here we go. All right. So for today, guys. General improvement. let's see here. Same practice. Okay, so general improvement. For today's session, you defeated a pretty powerful monster. You defeated a curse. I think that you will each walk away, as will Selena, for 8 XP. So you gain 8 IP for the session, guys.
Nice.
Now I'll give you a chance to advance some more of your skills, and then we will pick up again in 2 weeks' time and figure out what you guys wish to do. Because I guess one thing to talk about is what do we want to do with these characters next. There is the Book of Tales can be played in a series of adventures, and I can kind of set up in in the campaign. For where you guys want to go next with the pre-made adventure, or we can do a bit of sandboxing. And you guys can try and follow up on other leads. How do we want to... We talked about playing this one to play one session and see how things go, but as you said at the start of the session, Sean, like we've sort of only just got to know who these characters are and really are starting to learn the system. I'm assuming we want to continue playing The Witcher. Is that...
Yeah,
Fine with that, yeah.
I'm up for it.
Fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, what do we want to do next then? Do we want to do some sandboxing? Do we want to go off script with it, or do you want to carry on with a pre-made adventure?
I mean, since you've got the Book of Adventures, I'm fine with it if you like running them.
Yeah.
I mean, it provides material for you, and it's kind of cool for me to be able to play them. You can kind of feel like you did that. You did those adventures if you like running them.
Okay.
Yeah, and it makes your life easier prep wise.
Yeah,
maybe.
It does both. It's about the same amount of prep because I have to make sure, like, to go through and make notes of someone else's adventure is as much work as it is for me to write my own.
Gotcha.
So like that, the prep work is not the same, but there is the fun of having said you've done the adventures as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm and they are interesting. Like from what I remember reading before, like they are an interesting series of things, and what I could do is take the approach to make sure they're all strung together. And I can then also tweak them to incorporate some of our backstory that you guys have come up with for your characters.
Yeah.
So and I wanted this will give me the excuse to dive into one of the things that you asked about Book of Magic, because it gives more information on the metaphysics of the setting too. I can more easily come up with ideas that are appropriate to the setting for what might have happened to Sindife's love.
Yeah, and I mean that was the other thing I thought about. Was possibly pursuing that, but I'm fine with.
I think it'd be cool to do, because the backstory, like the character generation gives such an interesting series of backstory stuff. Why don't we do this, is we'll do a bit of a middle ground. We'll have the spine of the campaign be the Book of Tales stuff, but we'll allow some other stuff in, interspersed in between. And we'll see what trouble I can get you up to. We've had our first monster fight with it too. What did you guys think of the monster fight? I mean, obviously how I feel about it. So
I thought. Go ahead.
It never felt, I guess, impossible. It never felt like it was really hard to damage it, which I thought was nice. I think that's a plus. You want to see that you can. You want to see that you can affect stuff. Now, the attacks are vicious, but I mean it's the big bad guy, so it's kind of supposed to be that way. And to some extent, there's enough mechanics to kind of like Sean was talking about earlier, to dodge 5 times or whatever, or block 5 times, whatever it was. So so I it felt good. It didn't feel clunky or bad. I guess is the way to say it. So
I think we're getting to know the system better too. So knowing like what your options are and your tactics are and stuff like that, that really is helping to make it feel more like you're making meaningful decisions that have consequence.
Yeah, I felt like I had a little rust. I mean, I know like when we started like right into combat, I'm rolling like 5 defensive rolls in a row, and I'm going, dude, like, what should I be doing? Like, what? I'm sure I'm screwing this up, you know. So there was some of that on my end. But I mean, it's got some nice options. I mean, I like from the beginning, I've liked The Witcher's. The signs are like perfect in that it gives you, because I do tend to run play like magic users or so, you know, characters that have some options there.
Yeah.
So The Witcher's great that way. That, you know, you got the signs to try. You've got the a little bit of tactics that are available. You know, like the charging and the dual wielding.
And the fast strike, strong strike, like I think there's... Yeah. And I will say right at the beginning, I was actually thinking, because I wasn't quite cognizant that you rolled, you know, like exploding dice at the beginning. Yeah.
I was kind of reeling a little bit. I had a few thoughts at the very beginning of like, God, are we going to actually have to run from this thing? Like I did have, that first round was just brutal.
Yeah.
But, you know, and I'm soaking it all up, and I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know it was going to go into the water, so I figured, you know, The Witcher was just going to go toe to toe with this thing. The Witcher was going to be soaking all attacks. Like that was my presumption from the beginning. And so after that first round, I thought this isn't working out. You know, I don't know. You know, project this 3 rounds into the future, and The Witcher's going to have to you know, have some thoughts here of folks, we got to go. You know. We gotta run. So that first round, I have to say, I did have a thought, but then, you know, things calmed down a little bit.
Yeah.
The Witcher got a couple whacks in, and then the Wizard went nutty on the fire.
You know, one thing we forgot, I think, as well, is the I think you had beast oil on your sword.
Yes.
So you would have been doing extra damage against the thing on hits without.
Oh yeah. I felt, well, there was something I didn't get done, right? I meant to get something else done, and we just couldn't.
Oh, maybe you didn't have the beast oil then.
I don't think it worked out.
Oh, okay.
It worked out before we, you know, because Henrik took off. We couldn't make it all happen, you know. Yeah. So I had that thought too. Like that just, you know, that's going to happen sometimes. I just couldn't get it all together, which is part of The Witcher's advantage of, you know, trying to be prepared, and that you know just didn't work out. But yeah, it was fun. And then the critical injuries, I agree, that adds a lot. You know, that's a lot of fun to get those details. You know, the details of. So it's cool. I
liked how the stamina worked as well. Like that was a really cool. It's something I've always really, really loved about Champions, and it works like. Having a mechanic that gives you, like, there's a good reason why you might want to be like, you know what, I just want to catch my fucking breath for a second. That feels really appropriate to the setting, and it gives an interesting, especially for spellcasters, it gives a really interesting dynamic to the casting resources, right? Yeah. If because Sindaith, you got down to like 11, I think, at one point.
I mean. You know, as you know, spellcaster, of course, I'm going to burn through stamina, but then extra actions, you know, things like that,
and dodges,
right?
And, that stuff continues. The blocks, all that stuff continues to kind of chew at that.
Yeah, you can imagine what like a running fight through, like if a city was being invaded or something like that, or you're running through and having to face opponents and whatnot. There would be a really fun stamina mechanic of just like, hold them off for a second, I just gotta catch my fucking breath so I can cast a spell. You know,
it's a good meta currency.
Really, it's a really, really good resource in combat, and it's handled in a very, like, because you're not calculating different amounts and different times, like with the spell casting or the signs, that's obviously different, but like getting a chance to take an extra action, that's a really it's cool seeing that is a really good strategy. But if you do that too much, you're going to burn through all your stamina, even if you got a big bucket of points like you guys have.
And you're in bad shape if you run out of stamina, right? There's something really pretty bad about it. I seem to recall it's I may be misremembering, but
yeah, I think it's a similar thing where, well, there's a wound threshold and there's like a stamina threshold, and when you get below them,
I think it's pretty bad.
Let's see here. When it runs out, you are stunned and cannot do anything but recover.
There you go. Like, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, can't let that happen. That's
Right.
can't happen.
And that's what I said. I was getting a little bit low, and I was like, let me just
right.
not make that second attack right now.
Right.
That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So then, guys, any closing thoughts on our first Witcher adventure?
I like the basic, little village. I thought it was good setting-wise. It was a fun. I thought it kind of set some good tones there, with some sorceress action on the outskirts. With the background of the sorceress, but just dealing with elements and creatures, and kind of a screwed up little village situation that seemed very, seemed about right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Werzium's going to probably feel like he's still got a shot with her in the future. He's going to have to come back to this.
When a notorious Lothario like Sindaith is shaking his head at you, that really says something. What about Dr. Greyback?
Yeah, no, it was good. I guess I'm still trying to figure out how it can be useful in a combat situation, but
I mean, as far as being useful in combat, the thing you need to, I think, bear in mind is how fucking useful you are afterwards. This was a thing where you only faced one thing, like not having those treated injuries, like even just for something like Sindaith. Sindaith was bleeding out 2 points per round.
Right.
Yeah.
No, there's that. No, I fully understand that. I'm just trying to figure out, like, during a combat, it's like, okay, I feel... Yeah,
I mean, the crossbow, I think, is fine.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good weapon for you, and especially if you did get a little creative with, I don't know what the options are, but like the burning bolts, you said was a possibility going forward. I think you're fine. I mean, that works for you.
And there's not parity of like classes or parity of characters in combat. Like the game is apparent that, like, look, the Witchers are terrifying in combat. The warriors or whatever they're called, the mercenaries, likewise have some really vicious combat abilities. But the game is more than just that, or at least the investigative. Like, think of how critical your character was for identifying like that they were murdered.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Like a lot on the intelligence side, your character was the guy who was doing all the CSI and.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I really enjoyed that. So it wasn't really a complaint. I'm just trying to figure out.
How to contribute.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yes, I definitely like the CSI stuff. That was a lot of fun. So.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, we will bring our first Witcher adventure to a close. I need to make a new thumbnail for our next session then.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're done underneath the ice.
That's right.
So, all right. So then, for those listening at home, do we have, let's see here. I think we've got an underneath the ice. There we go.
Yeah.
So for those listening at home, let me move Celine out of the way here. We got everybody all over the place. My goodness, things are out of control. Thank you so much for joining us for today's session, or if you join us for all of them, for our entire Witcher adventure. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, you can find a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where we have channels dedicated to this game. I think we have one for this game. Maybe not.
No, just no.
You know what I'll do? I'll create a sub category in the assorted games one for The Witcher. Someone did that for Infinity recently, and that was a good idea to have sort of sub conversations within the same area there. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time to see what other adventures our Witcher heroes are up to. But what you can also find down below is a link to something called Heroes Save Villages. That's the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. We recently had our first charity raffle for the year and gave away about 20 different prizes, including 3 prizes from our friends at Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse. I'm not sure when our next raffle will be, but I'll have more information about that soon. And you can see all the different prizes that people won on the Dungeon Musings Discord server's Charity Initiatives channel. For every $25 that you donate through that link, it goes directly to SOS Children's Villages International, a really great organization active in over 130 countries, including ongoing relief efforts in Ukraine and the surrounding countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphan and abandoned children. For every $25 that you donate Canadian, as a small way of saying thank you, you get one chance to win one of the prizes in our next charity raffle. Again, I don't know when that's going to be. It'll be several months off from now, but as you go along, you can find more information about that, and all donations made since, I guess, when was the raffle? June? I need to figure out when that was. I think we'll say June 15th. 2020 till whenever that day of the raffle draw is. Every $25 gives you one chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes we'll have. And all money goes directly to SOS Children's Villages International. In addition, often when we have our charity sessions, those who have donated get to spend the money they donate to try and affect the games. It can help outfit our heroes with new things, or make things more difficult for the heroes, or sometimes affect like what themes we're going to deal with, or what era. We've had people help create the Star Trek Adventures game that we played about a year ago at this point. So lots of ways for you to help affect what the content will be on the channel, and to win some pretty great gaming stuff. In addition, there's a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent retailer of secondhand and out-of-print games. They have a huge selection of out-of-print games on their website, and if they don't have in what you're looking for, they often can have a wish list that you can add it to, or a want list is what they call it. And they'll let you know when that comes in stock, because they restock pretty frequently by buying out people's collections as they're getting rid of them. I have filled a number of different collections from that thing, including my AD&D 2nd Edition one, my Champions 5th Edition, Champions 4th Edition. So they're just a great place to find out-of-print stuff, or odd or unusual things, as well as new games. And if you buy $10 or more through their website, you can enter the code DungeonMuser and save yourself 10% on your entire purchase. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our friends. A huge thank you to our stalwart heroes, who are our friends as well. So Robert, Sean, and Will, thank you so much for playing today, guys. Congratulations on defeating the Beast of Lake Tancred.
Yeah, it was fun. Good times.
Awesome. So then, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time with our next session. And until then, for those listening at home, we hope that we gave you, I'm telling them, Anna, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes encountered on the shores of Lake Tancred. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.